I want to share the power of perspective, um, or how things can be put in perspective. So currently, I'm doing 75 hard, and I started it last. Now it's going. We have the second week going. I had two of my teammates join me, and last week, a bit over a week ago, I got pretty bad injury where during the basketball practice, while I was mid jump against pretty much like one on one against the basket, I got slammed in the wall. The person who was trying to block me, and that led me to get pretty bad, like hit towards. I had my elbow a bit messed up, but it wasn't too bad. It went away within like 1 or 2 days. But then I got issues with my leg where it's still swollen. I think it's now like 9 days later, or a bit, or like a week later, a bit over a week. Um, and I haven't done any runs. I did play. We had the game on Sunday, which I thought I won't be playing because the day before, and that day I couldn't really bend my leg. But I ended up being able to play like around like 30 minutes, I think, from the game. And after that, it I knew that it's not good. I could feel it when I would like even stand with like no movement, nothing. I would be static. I could feel it, so I knew that it's bad. And with that, I ended up also opting out of the marathon, which I have in 7 or so weeks, and I haven't been running at all for over a week. So I am still hoping to do half marathon, but with the perspective thing, it's interesting that now that I'm for this week, since I was injured, a lot of my 75 hard workouts have been outdoor workout, going for a walk instead of the run, or now with the weather getting warmer, bike. I have been just going for a walk, and the other workout has been upper body for the most days, and it's interesting that with me doing it now, I feel like I'm being lazy. I feel like I'm cheating, even though I am going through injury. So there's not much more that I can do without damaging the body more. But it's interesting that there was a time when doing exactly the same amount of work would make me feel like it's hard, or it would make me feel like it's a it's a challenge. And I think just through that experience alone, it's really interesting to see the level or the measure of growth that I have gone through. Because now what is perceived as hard is much different compared to, I think it's like 4 or 5 years ago that I did the 75 hard for the first time. Because in that 75 hard, I would be every day, one of the workouts was walk. I didn't run. I didn't do any of that. One of the workouts was walk, and the other one was either gym or some kind of home workout. And that felt so hard. Now it feels like I am cheating kind of thing, even though I'm not. And there's a reason I'm limited within the movements or activities that I can do. But it is really interesting to experience it because it puts things in perspective of, because I think a lot of times when it comes to growth, it's hard to measure it, it's hard to see it day to day, but even like month to month, it might not be as easy to see how much you have actually grown. And then when I have experiences like these where when I do a walk, I feel like I'm doing nothing. But then there was a time that I would struggle to get myself to go for a walk because it felt hard, and I have been doing it so many days in a row already, and I didn't want to do it, and whatever was the reason that I had back then. So it's I think it's viable to put things in perspective, or sometimes look back at the way things were, whether it's months ago, years ago, depending on the measure of growth. And then you can see that actually, what I would usually, or like what I would perceive as a bad place to be, it's a good perspective of I have gone so far that something that at some point would feel like a big stretch. For me now, it feels relatively easy. There's not much challenge within that. And it has become more of my norm or the expectation. So that's the lesson of the day.